You mentioned hiring an expensive SEO consultant. You see so many people attempt SEO. What are the biggest mistakes you see founders make with SEO in the early days?
I think the biggest mistake is, one, come up with a brand that is not recognizable. So even in search, if people search through your problem area, they never search once, right? They always have like a search journey where they search for multiple words and for multiple things over a period of time. Even if they don't click your result, if they see your brand name a couple of times in that result, you're slowly building up confidence for your brand. So being recognizable in search is super important. Mm-hmm. And I think that people underestimate how important it actually is to have a brand that people can remember and that doesn't become very vague very quickly. That's one. The other is coming up with terms themselves for so you think you're very clever and you create your own term for what you're doing, and nobody else uses that. So don't. Just use the words that everybody else uses.
That's so interesting. So category creation may sound sexy to a VC, but actually whatever the high intellectual word you're using, it doesn't mean shit to anyone. Don't bother.
So category creation is, I think, super important, but it's almost always, it's a category that already exists as a problem. So that the problem that you're fixing for people already has words attached to that. And if you're going to start using different words for that category than the people are using to search it for, then you're going to have a hard time getting people that search into your website. You can't really create demand with SEO. So that is the thing that is very counterintuitive to a lot of people, but SEO is very demand driven, just like AdWords is very demand driven. The demand has to be there. You can't create the demand. So that's why the branding is important, and you have to do other things as well. And a holistic view on growth should absolutely include SEO, but should also include a whole lot of branding.
Should you have SEO specialists within your growth team, within your marketing team? Is this a meta skill that everyone should have? How should that be distributed within your team?
I think you should have SEO specialists on your team if you're building a larger growth team, because it's a pretty specific problem area to keep track of. I mean, it's quite a bit of time that it takes to just keep track of everything that Google does. And the funny thing is, I think as your company gets larger, managing SEO gets a lot harder. So you'll probably need an SEO team over time, because...
What changes with time? Why does it get harder?
It's just people, as you move quickly on your site and all these companies want to ship every day, then it's hard to not make SEO mistakes every day. So you need people that keep track of what you're shipping and say, okay, maybe we can change this so that it's actually SEO friendly.
Who do the SEO specialists in your team work closest with? Is it with the product team? Is it with the dev team? Is it with, who are their consigliaries to ensure they have that seamless integration?
Well, both these actually. I think that they should probably be in that triangle the whole time, and the content side of things should probably also talk to your PR and comms to your people, etc. So it is, SEO has a nasty habit of being in so many different places at the same time. Like, so many different things are important to SEO.
You mentioned kind of the centrality of content there. I think one of the things I always say with content, having done it for 8 years, is the reason most people fail is because they give up. Like, it just takes a long time to fucking work. When you think about how long it takes to see the gains of SEO, how long does it take to see SEO really come into fruition?
This depends a bit on where you are in your journey. But if you're starting as a new company, then it's going to take quite a bit of time, because nobody's heard of you, and you're not going to get like a whole lot of clicks automatically suddenly because you've launched a new website. At the same time, if you're a bigger company and you've not invested in SEO, but you do already have a brand, then you could see results very quickly as soon as you start actually putting decent, well-optimized content on your site.